Yo, what is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome to episode 85 of our Tracksuit to the Top series here at Lewis FC in the Premier League. And today, I've got for you guys a Boxing Day live com against Chelsea. 6th in the league they are. They won the league last year, Chelsea, so they really are underperforming, and they've been going through a very, very rough patch of form. You can just take a quick look at it here. As you can see, they've only won one of their last however many league games. So, hopefully a winnable one. But before that, we've got to talk about what's happened since the last episode, and we'll kick things off with, I guess, the good news. So here's our competition overview, and right now we're still in every single competition we started in, which is quite nice. As you can see here, we are in pole position in the league. We're top of the league, 4 points clear of Manchester United. Liverpool lost their unbeaten run. West Ham's is still going, but they keep drawing, and Man City, who we thrashed in our last live com, are dropping right down the pecking order. In terms of other stuff, as you can see here, we have Barcelona in our Champions League knockout stage game. What a kind draw that was. Unfortunately for us, despite us winning the league, Barcelona choked to PSG in Group E. And as a result, we've got them in our game. So that could have been a little bit kinder, but we'll have to beat them. That game isn't for a few months yet. And in the Capital One Cup, we're in the semi-finals against Liverpool, who are going very well in the league. And in the other semi-final in that competition is Manchester City and Chelsea. So all the big teams left in that competition. Going to be a very tough one to win, but one that I'd certainly like to at least try and go for some success in. And then we have the FA Cup third round, where we've been drawn against Everton, but it's the third round. Doesn't really matter too much to me yet. Anyway, let's have a look at the fixtures since the last episode, which of course, as I mentioned, was that game against Manchester City. Only a few games to tell you guys about. I kind of felt like this Chelsea game was quite a good one to do, just because it's quite a big game, I guess. As you can see, looking at our results since we won in the the Capital One Cup quarter-final 4-0 against Crystal Palace, and we then beat Tottenham 2-1. Matthew Lewis grabbing 2 goals in each of these. Oh, in fact, no, he got 3 in total. He got 2 in one in the other. And he just continues his ludicrous scoring form that he's in at the moment. Still hotly tipped to potentially win the kind of World Player of the Year award. So anyway, this is going to be slightly shorter a game, but I kind of felt like with Chelsea going for a bad spell, but also because they were the previous champions, this would be a good way to kind of test our mettle, I guess, against one of the big teams in the kind of league. Looking at the kind of players here, we've got pretty much our strongest team available to us. Still a few injuries here and there. Worth noting, I've got a lot of these players set to rest. We've really been struggling with the fixtures. It's been pretty heavy on us, so I have been giving a lot of the players who have featured regularly kind of days off training, just to try and get some fitness back sooner. So yeah, we'll see how we get on today. Chelsea not in great form, but they have some very good players. You look at their team there, that's a scary team to play. Ham at left back is actually considered their best player, Bruno Ham. A very good left back at that. Looking at our team, we have a pretty strong team at our disposal ourselves, but players like Ongenda, Lucas Romero, Berardi, Eden Hazard, John Stones, we can't underestimate them, and even Courtois in goal. So we'll see how we get on today. Chelsea did win their last league game against Brighton, so I'm sure they'll be looking to try and build up a little bit of momentum following a really rough patch of form that saw them, I think, win 1 of their last 8. For us, we've just got to continue with our game plan. We've been scoring lots of goals this year. We've been playing really well, scoring for fun, and I'm hoping we can maintain that again here against one of the bigger teams in the league who, despite not playing great, are still kind of a fierce opposition, and we cannot afford to underestimate them. In terms of what's been going on at the club recently, there hasn't been too much of note, really, if I'm honest. It's just been a case of not many injuries and just continuing with our game plan. It's been one of the few times, really, where in this save there's not been too much going on. Our facilities are already set to be upgraded. Our stadium's in the process of being upgraded. I guess we're going well in the league and we've kind of maintained that, but we're in a good place right now. I kind of feel like the squad has balance. We're playing well as a team. The new system seems to be working wonders. And yeah, no complaints. It kind of feels like odd to have a live con where I don't really have any worries on my mind. I kind of feel like we're just playing really well. I'm hoping we can maintain this level of performance. I guess the big thing is hoping that Matthew Lewis can win kind of the World Golden Ball, or whatever it's referred to, the Ballon d'Or or whatever. It has a weird name in FM because it's not licensed and I haven't got the patch installed. But yeah, it's going well. I mean, when your main concern is hoping that your kind of star player can get in the team of the year, you can't really have too many complaints. As our star player is on the ball, can he put in a ball of quality? Michel, the German, blocked. Juan Carlos Leon on his left peg, scores again. He scores every live com and never any other time, and they always seem to be from range. Juan Carlos Leon, the Mexican, he has a habit of coming big in these big games. Courtois only capable of parrying it into the roof of the net in the end. Michel with the initial effort, and then Juan just goes, have that, bang. Courtois unable to parry it, too much power on the shot, and we take a deserved lead. Looking at the stats, we're dominating possession, we're having a lot more shots. Now we need to try and make that dominance count as we're on the attack again here. Sonogo, edge of the area, plays it to Pedrera, runs, can he get in a ball? He can, cleared away, but only as far as Martinez. Matthew Lewis offside. He's offside. I thought that was going to be his goal for the game, because that's kind of the habit I've got into, that Matthew Lewis has to score one. But unfortunately there, the linesman's flag is going to deny him. But can't complain. We're still performing very well, as I mentioned. We need another goal, really. We don't keep clean sheets. I've said that pretty much every live com. It's not our forte. We go out there to outscore oppositions. Right now we're having a lot more of the ball. We're having a lot more shots. Now we need to turn that dominance into a deficit and really kind of pull away. Although Nori here scores and we'll make it 1-1, but it's offside. Okay, I did not think the linesman was going to raise his flag there. There was an element of kind of wondering in my mind as to, is the flag's going to go up there? And I was waiting, but it went up quite late. Mitchell picking up a knock. No point in risking him, so we are going to make a change. So we're going to bring in Paul Scholes to play centre mid for us, play that defensive centre mid role. Can we make some good of this set piece? Ball whipped in. Okore's there. Back to Martinez. Keep up this pressure, boys. Matthew Lewis out wide. Can he whip in the ball? Plays it back. Nice patient build up here, but we need an end product. We need that killer pass. Can someone pull it out the bag? Suarez, was he fouled there? He wasn't. But we do come away with the ball again. Chelsea really struggling to keep hold of it here, and I guess we're exerting our dominance right now. Juan Carlos Leon, already one goal to his name. Plays through Pedrera with the effort in the left mid. Just not able to finish it. That is one weakness of our midfielders out wide. Jean Carlos Martinez and Pedrera. Despite the fact they do get a lot of goals and they've been playing very well, both players are not kind of incredible going forward. Pedrera, of course, initially a left back for us, and we've kind of converted him over time to play this more attacking role for us. And then Martinez, on the other hand, he doesn't have the finishing, but he has everything else. I think his composure is not great either, but he's kind of the winger who can put in an incredible ball of quality. But if he finds it with the ball at his feet, he's not always going to bury them. To be honest, he's scored more than I expected him to this year, and you can't complain with much more than what he's contributed at the moment. I can't really expect too much more. But speaking of our wingers, can they get in? They cannot, and we do win a corner. Could we score straight from the kickoff? 45th minute. Del Fabro with the initial clearance, but Matthew Lewis comes away with it. Seaman, the centre-back. Scholes building from the back again, and anticlimactic highlight. Sonogo picking up a knock. As much as he's one of our best players, I don't want to play him if we can avoid it. We don't want to risk injury. So we're going to drop Suarez into the advanced playmaker role, and then we're going to bring on Alexander Haas, the German, to go up front. So kind of a straight swap. If anything, this swap doesn't really weaken our side. It just brings on a fresh player who's a very good player. Because of the fact Sonogo can play... Oh gosh, they're on the attack here. I'll hold that thought for a second. Both our centre-backs coming over. Pedrera, though, with a great tackle. Can we deal with this second happening, though, as Ongenda's through Nuri. Ongenda, Kouakou with a save. So the point I was about to make before that breakaway was the fact that because we have a lot of good players, for example, who can play a lot of positions. So Sonogo can play left mid, centre mid and centre attacking mid. Suarez can play striker or centre attacking mid. Haas can play striker or right mid. We have quite a lot of flexibility in terms of ensuring that we have the best players playing at all times, and because of how kind of versatile they are, it works very nicely in our favour, kind of when it comes to, I guess, just rotating the side, and also when it comes to if we are forced into a sub, we have the players there. But anyway, it is still only 1-0. We have not scored many. Well, we've scored one this game. It's not a case of we've not scored many. We've only scored the one. And Kouakou is keeping us in this right now, because Chelsea are having a fair few clear-cut chances. In the second half, they have definitely stepped up their game. And we need to be mindful of that. And if we could get one more, that would be fantastic. Because right now, Chelsea just having a spell of dominance. We need to shut off that momentum if we can. We're on the counter here. Juan Carlos Leon. using his pace, but Stones will just kick it out into touch for them. So we've already used 2 subs, 20 minutes left. I don't feel like I need to change too much more. We're still playing fairly well here. Granted, Chelsea are having a few more chances. But yeah, we're doing okay. I think the next goal is going to be really important. Can we defend this? On Genders through, but it does go wide. That is another poor finish by them. Chelsea with 4 clear-cut chances, but yet to score in this game. We've had our warnings. I kind of am thinking in my mind, how could we go more defensive if I wanted to go more defensive? But I can't help but feel like if we were to drop a little bit deeper, we're probably just going to invite pressure onto ourselves. Though on Gender with another chance here, Kuaku with another save. We've probably had enough warnings here, and we do need to make a tactical change of sorts, if I'm honest. So what do we do? Do we just drop both our wide men deeper? The issue I've got is that Martinez can't play right, right mid, or right wing back rather. I'm going to drop a few men deeper, I think. You can already kind of see what I'm going for here. We'll bring on Famika to play that defensive mid role. We'll go with a deep line play, make a defend. Yeah, I wouldn't say we're parking the bus just yet, but the bus is certainly being kind of prepared, I guess you could say, for parking. We need to just drop a little bit deeper here. Just defend that a little bit more. So I'm going to make some changes in accordance with that. So going to play 5 at the back. Not playing with an anchor man. We'll see how this works. This is not a system that I've tried, but right now Chelsea are playing better than us, and we need to be mindful of that. So I'm going to also drop deeper and play a little bit more direct, just because of the amount of players that we're dropping back and the lack of the centre attacking mid. We no longer have that kind of middleman, I guess, to help transition attack. So we're going to try and play a little bit more direct in our play and hope that we can hold out here, because Chelsea really have stepped things up in this second half. They've been the better team. They've had a lot more of it. But time is ticking away here, and that might be game over. And 1-0 here would be a very, very good win. Not an easy game by any means, but we keep a clean sheet, which is a rarity. And you'd have to say that we probably deserved the win off our first half performance. We played very well in that first half. So I'm going to tell the players I'm very pleased with how they got on. That is a good result for us. That sees us move even, well, I was about to say even further ahead in the table, but it doesn't really, because all the other teams won too, who are chasing us. But it's a good result. West Ham also losing their kind of crazy unbeaten run, which is good news, as they lost to Liverpool 2-0. So anyway, that's going to wrap things up for today's episode, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy. I think the next live com that I'm going to come back for is going to be the Capital One Cup. That is in about a month's time, so that'll be a fairly big game for us to come back for. Probably do it as a double live com as well, because it's against Liverpool and both legs are in quick succession. So hopefully I'll see you guys on that one. If you have enjoyed this video, please do smash the like button. It does greatly help me out. And other than that, it is me, Jack, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.